So about 2 months ago, I started rebounding and I absolutely love it. So in this video, I thought I'd share with you the reasons why I'm loving it, why I decided to give it a try in the first place, and exactly how I'm incorporating it into my HIIT cardio workouts. And I'll also share with you the reasons why you may want to consider trying rebounding for yourself. Of course, rebounding on a mini trampoline does have several amazing health benefits. In fact, according to the prestigious Cleveland Clinic, rebounding is great for building strength, full body strength actually, because you're using all your muscles simultaneously when you're rebounding. It's also great for improving balance, which is so important. It's great for heart health because it does strengthen the heart, that cardio workout, and it's a great stress reliever. But there are other great things about it too. Before I continue, hi, I'm Stacy. I hope you enjoy this video, and as always, any resources that I mention will be linked down below. Okay, so here's what I'm loving about rebounding. There's 4 things actually. There's probably more, but at least 4. Number 1, it is genuinely fun. It's so fun. And you know, I don't know about you, but I'm always looking for ways to bring more fun into my life, you know, a little fun here and a little fun there. It's a good thing. It really brings me joy. It's and that's what that is one thing they say about it, is that it's a great mood booster, and I have to attest that it is. So I'm really loving that about it. Another thing is that it's versatile. And so, you know, again, I'm using it for my home cardio workouts, obviously. So what's nice about it is I can use it for like the warm-ups, the warm-up to my cardio. I'll usually do like a 10-minute warm-up before I do a HIIT cardio workout. Then I use it like actually in the HIIT workout itself, and because you can go really hard and you can work up a real sweat and really do a heck of a workout and everything in between. So I love that about it, that it's got that versatility. Another thing that is great about it is that it's basically portable, right? You don't need a dedicated space or dedicated room for it. It's not that heavy. I believe it's about 26 pounds. And this particular one, you know, there's obviously they're all different, but so, you know, you can kind of like stow it away someplace if you want to. You can even take it outside. So on a nice day, you can go outside and bounce, you know, so yeah, it's really great because you don't have to just like, you know, like with a stationary bike or something, it is where it is. You're not moving it, right? So I love that about it. I love the portability. And the last thing is that honestly, like the price point, they're kind of all over the map in terms of price point. This one I have here is like a mid-level price point, I guess you'd call it. But, you know, compared to like other cardio equipment for the home, like the bicycles and the treadmills, I have a little under desk walking pad, so that's not really like a full treadmill. So the bikes, the treadmills, the rowers, all that sort of stuff is expensive. So cost-wise, I feel like it's much more affordable than, you know, most of the other actual at-home cardio equipment. And the main reason I decided to give it a try, honestly, was because, you know, for the last year and a half or whatever with my home cardio workouts, you know, I was doing the same. I needed something fresh. I needed something new because I was just doing this, you know, the same rotation of things, which is great. I like these things, but, you know, it's nice to introduce something new. Normally what I was doing for my HIIT cardio, and still do, I mix it up, right? But is running the stairs, which you have to be really careful with that, obviously. And then I will use my under desk walking pad to do like a little bit of light jogging. So again, this is for like HIIT style workouts. I do kettlebell swings because you can really get your heart rate up and stuff with those, and ball slams. So those are the 4 I was doing before and still do. But again, I wanted something new in the rotation. And so when I got when I started with the rebounding, I was like, this is great. This like just adds some really fun variety to the whole thing. And so just to be a little more clear about how I use it for my HIIT cardio workouts, is what I do is, again, in the warm-up, I'll just kind of start with like the light bouncing or health bouncing, I think they call it anyway, just the light bouncing. And then every minute or so, up until 10 minutes, I will just kind of be a little, like go a little faster or bounce a little higher, or I will do some like, you know, where I'm doing like a modified jumping jack or a jumping jack or something like that, right? I'll just kind of gradually work my way up. So my heart rate, you know, I warm up all my muscles gently, and then my heart rate gets up a bit before I start the actual HIIT workout. And then with the actual HIIT workout, it kind of depends on how it's put together in the app that I use. But I will do all kinds of different movements. Like you don't have to, now there's a zillion YouTube videos that can help, but you can make up your own moves, you know, do whatever works. But, you know, the idea is to get your heart rate up, right? And all of that. So I do like, again, I'll do jumping jacks. I do like things where I'm throwing my arms around. And different movements with my legs. And, you know, the main thing is I just obviously don't want to bounce off the thing. So I'm like trying to be careful about exactly what I'm doing. But it is surprising how quickly you find yourself, like your heart rate gets up if you're really trying to, you know. If you're just doing little mild bouncing, that's a different story. But if you're really trying to like work up, you know, get your heart rate up and work up a sweat, it takes almost no time at all. It is really, can be a really seriously good cardio workout if you know, do it that way. So the trampoline I have been using for the last couple months, this one, this is a 40-inch mini tramp, and it is called the BCAN BT4 from Fed Fitness. And they were nice enough to send this to me a couple months ago, and I have been really impressed. And so I thought I would tell you a couple things about it in case you are considering getting a mini trampoline. There's a bunch of them out there. It's good to know the details, you know? Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple things. So one thing I really love about this, and I think this is really important, and hopefully I'm not cutting my head off. But anyway, it is really sturdy, this one. And it doesn't wobble, like it feels very secure, which is obviously important when you're jumping around on it. So that is a big one. It has a 500-pound weight capacity, and I think it itself weighs like 26 pounds, and then it can hold up to 500 pounds. So it is a very heavy duty, sturdy one. And then the other thing about it is so it's got this balance bar on it. So you can have the balance bar on or off, but the balance bar is height adjustable. It has like 4 different heights that you can adjust it to. And then of course it's got this little phone holder here, which is kind of handy. So I like that. The one thing one thing that I do wish was different about it is that to take this bar off and on, I wish it had a quick release. I'm going to take it off, honestly. I feel secure enough without it. I don't need it. That way I can stand it on its side and kind of push it into a smaller area. But anyway, you know, that's just a personal thing probably. Like most people are probably going to want to have the balance bar on there, and it's only 2 screws to take it off. So it's not that big of a deal, but I just thought I'd mention that. Obviously I have a white one. It does come in black as well. And when you take it out of the box, it already has all the bungee cords attached. I guess a lot of the ones you buy don't necessarily have them attached. You have to put all the bungee cords on yourself. Now the thing is that you see how I've got green ones and black ones? So the black ones, it's got all black ones on it when you take it out of the box, but then the green ones, they don't stretch as much. So you can adjust how many green ones you want to incorporate. I obviously wanted a little bit more firm, a little more resistance when I bounced. So I went ahead and put some green ones on here too, but you can put as many green ones as you want. So you can make it, as far as the resistance goes, you can adjust it based on how many black ones and how many green ones you use. And they give you a little tool. It's really not hard to take them off and on. They give you 2 little tools, one to take it off, one to put it on. I didn't find it hard to do that. So I like that. I like that you can adjust it, you know, to what it is you prefer. So that's really nice. And as far as, like I said, the price point on this one, I think is kind of mid-range for rebounders or mini trampolines. You can get them through Amazon, but they're not, I don't believe they're stored in Amazon's warehouses, so you don't get them any faster than if you order them through the Fed Fitness site. I'll put a link to that down below, along with a discount code, of course. Always try to give you guys a discount code if I can. And yeah, and if you order it directly from Fed Fitness, I think it takes about the same amount of time to get it, like a week or something. And they do free shipping, and you get the little discount. So, you know, it's a better deal to get it directly from them, in my opinion. But, you know, anyways, I'll link to that below. And yeah, you know, there's a lot of them out there. I'd say do your homework, but I do highly recommend this one. I'm really, really pleased with it. So here are a few reasons you might want to consider giving rebounding a try. The first one, of course, is the health benefits, right? We're always looking for new, fun ways, effective ways to get healthy, right? And so this one has, you know, it does have quite a few benefits that way. The other one, honestly, I think is great because it works for all different fitness levels, right? All different ages, all different fitness levels. Again, with any exercise equipment, you have to be mindful and careful, but it's so flexible. Like I said, you can go so easy on it, and then you can go so hard on it, and everything in between. And everybody needs to work on their balance and their strength and their, their heart health and stress relief and all the things, right? So it's just really, it just works for most people, which is great. Again, if you're looking to bring cardio equipment into the house, it is going to be one of the more affordable things, options in terms of actual equipment. And again, the portability is really, really super handy. And another thing about, as I mentioned earlier, it's really versatile and that it works for a lot of people. Another thing about that I forgot to mention is that it's so low impact, and that is a big one for a lot of people, right? With the sore joints and if you got knee problems and back issues and things like that, like these mini trampolines are so low impact that's another reason that it works for a lot of people. Another thing that is great is, of course, like I mentioned earlier, there is like all kinds of YouTube info out there about how to use them. Probably too much because it's confusing sometimes, But there's a ton of people out there teaching you how to use it. So like whether you're a beginner or you want to be advanced or whatever, there is no shortage of ways to learn how to use it in to keep it interesting, and so it doesn't get boring. And the last, yet one of the most important reasons, as far as I'm concerned, is that it is just plain fun. It is just good old fun. It really is a mood booster. If you're stressed or you're, kind of, or whatever, you go bounce for a few minutes on your mini tramp, and honestly, it's just a good time. We all need more fun in our life, right? So that alone to me, regardless of all the other amazing things, I think that is worth it to me. I don't know what it is about bouncing. What is it about bouncing? I think it takes us back to our childhood. Maybe that's what it is, but it's just a good time. So yeah, I think that's really worth thinking about. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up for now. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up and let YouTube know you liked it. And also, if you're not subscribed and you do want to see more content around self-care, natural holistic self-care for women over 50, be sure to hit the subscribe button too. Other than that, thanks so much for watching today. I hope that you got something out of this video, and I will be seeing you in the next one.